Hello everybody and welcome back to some more E3 footage. Today we are checking out Overkills The Walking Dead gameplay demo. Now, Overkills The Walking Dead is a new Walking Dead game. Obviously we had the Telltale game. We've checked out trailers of it before. Which you can find on the channel if you're new, by the way, just saying. This game, at least the cinematic trailers, looked very interesting at the very least. I thought they were good looking, they were well executed. Of course, it doesn't say anything because the game can be totally different, and we are about to find out if it is or isn't. But at least the way they're set up with lots of attention, there were characters that were introduced to us with different backstories, so it seems there has gone a little bit of effort in it at very least, and it also brought out a video basically showcasing some images and some screenshots of them building the world and how they build it, and although it looked interesting, and all we ever asked for, all of us basically, was like, okay, so when do we see gameplay? And today is that day. Today we are actually going to get gameplay. We are going to take a look what it's like. I don't know what to think. It's not the biggest publisher, of course, or developer. So while I am hoping for like amazing looking graphics and like really well worked out systems and all of that stuff, I am just simply not sure of what to expect of this. And yeah, well, we'll have to see. That's all I can really say. The Walking Dead show on TV is downgrading a little bit. It's degraded a lot over the recent times. So hopefully this game can get some glory back into the franchise. I'll just keep it at that. So yeah, Overkills The Walking Dead gameplay demo on E3. By the way, E3 playlist is on this channel. There's loads of E3 videos. If you want to check all of the content, subscribe to the channel, go to that playlist and check it out. But now we're checking out The Walking Dead gameplay video. Here we go.
Obviously, for TV standards,
yeah.
How dark and gritty are you going?
It's
and how
starting
close to
off.
comics are you leaning here?
Well, I mean, we've done 4 story trailers during the fall where
right,
we,
so
we
it's,
presented each
co-op,
character and
which
where
is
we're just
already
showcasing
kind of
a bit of
figured out.
that grittiness, and we've tried to really stay true to the original darkness and the original mood of Robert Kirkman's universe. I think we're really onto something, right? Because
that
we
was
hear
barely
people
any
screaming
impact.
as they're playing.
There's no sounds,
and, you know,
there's no like...
something that is so cool about The Walking Dead is that when shit hits the fan, it goes dark really fast, right? So you have people dying, you have to help your friends, etc. And without spoiling too much about the story in the game, yeah, there's definitely going to be things that happen, you know.
So
you're going to meet friends and enemies.
Are there choices in the game?
There's always choices. There's always choices in video games, you know. And especially in a cooperative game, there's always a choice. Do I go for my friend who's lying there, getting eaten by 4 walkers, or do I leave? You know, that's always the kind of choice you got to do in this type of game. Anyway. Yeah.
It doesn't
when you
look
say co-op,
polished
yet.
yet.
Local, online?
Online, yeah.
Okay.
It's fully online, yeah. So the game is a 4-player co-op game, but of course you can play by yourself if you want to. You can play 2 people if you want to be like a ragtag, you know, duo, taking on the walkers yourselves. And that we're probably going to have people do that, you know, because in a post-apocalyptic setting, everyone has their own idea.
Combat doesn't look polished at all.
That's what we want to give players the opportunity to try to explore.
Okay, you have 4 unique characters. Do you have any
special skills? Yeah, they do, yeah. So it's an action game, but making games, we also love making games for hardcore players who love to, you know, change skill trees and try different weapons that have different damage outputs, etc. And it being a 4-player game, you can combine, right?
Oh, the bear trap, that's a nice use of it.
Tank with Aiden, you know, the architect who favors the baseball bat. So we have you in the front lines, whereas you would go maybe with Grant, pick the sniper rifle, scout the area, the tactician of the group.
I actually think you kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
Like I would make him go in front, and I'd be in back shooting people.
Yeah. Go kill that walker.
Yeah, good job. You're doing great. I'd be you know, encouraging him.
And I could be Maya. I could be the medic. So Maya is a surgeon. Yeah. So I could heal you guys up when everything's over. Yeah. So I'll be hiding somewhere, going like, are they dead yet? Are the walkers gone? And then I go sort things out.
So you speak about it. Well, survival is obviously a big thing when it comes to zombies. What about crafting?
Crafting is a big part of the game as well, yeah. So as you walk into Washington, D.C., you're going to have to find gadget, pieces, scrap metals, etc. And these are then used to create different things.
All right.
From the weapons that you use, throwables, etc.
And this combat is just not up to par, is it?
Okay.
So
I hate to bash,
it looks
but
like kind of a the melee weapon that you have out, or that they had out, was like a cobbled together Something like that, so you can like make weird combinations of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic setting, so nothing's working as it should, right?
Yeah,
cars,
totally.
you know, they just stand still. Nobody's driving them, and by the way, you have to stay away from car alarms in the cars, you know, because if you beat a walker and they touch a car, it might start making noises, and you don't want to make noises in Washington, D.C. with a ton of walkers around you, right? Because any noise you make,
human enemies as well.
So they will try to get closer to you, right? And if you start firing weapons like a shotgun, like a sniper rifle, the walkers will be attracted to that area.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and because it's humans you're fighting again as well, it becomes this three-way thing where you and the bandits are fighting, but suddenly the walkers just arrive from nowhere, and there's a horde of them, you know. So they the bandits have to take care of them, but you have to also, right? So there's
I want to see horde action,
cool gameplay mechanic there going on.
Well, and that's been one of the themes of The Walking Dead since the very beginning. It's fear the dead. You know, kill the humans. You know, it's like the humans are the real threat. The other people you meet.
Exactly. And if you're a big comic book fan, you know as a comic book reader that the humans at the end of the day they're monsters. Yeah, and the family stealing your only opportunity to get clean water. It's not that nice of a thing to do, right? So. Yeah.
So can you give us an idea of the scope of the world? Because Walking Dead,
I'm interested
you see the big shots they do in the TV show, and even in the comic, you know, the atmosphere sets the mood. Yeah. Can you start with the environment? Is it open world, or is it semi-open world?
It's a mission-based structure, right? Because we have a clear idea of what we want to tell for launch. And after launch, when the game is out on November 6th, we want to see how everyone enjoys the story, the gameplay and everything, what kinds of weapons people do like, what kind of enemies they like to kill, etc. And based on that, we're going to do something we call like a lifeline for the game. So with Payday, the bank robbery game we made, we still work on it 5 years down the line. And the reason is we care. You know, we built the game, we built a world that we want players to continue experiencing. So it's less of like a movie, if you will, and more of like a TV show approach, where we just continue post-launch and just continue to add stuff. Payday 2 was released 5 years ago. 190 updates later, we still are doing stuff with the game.
Yeah.
That's our ambition for this game too. Imagine a first-person co-op shooter within the Walking Dead universe, where you can just continue to get new storylines, where you can, as part of the community, be part of the experience and have opinions about groups we meet, playable characters, and be a part
how
of
that's
that.
Going to work
exactly. Say, I want to play as Negan, or you know, where's Rick, you know, or you know, start petitions online or whatever. Because we're totally into that, and that we've shown that, and we've proven that already with Payday. So we're in a super good position, I think, as developers, to really give the gamers something where we together can, you know, shape it in any way, form. So hypothetically, you go, not dark enough. Well, let's do that then. Let's make it darker, you know. Let's make it grittier. Let's kill someone off or whatever, you know. It's up to us, together with Robert Kirkman, of course, as well, because we want to make sure he's on, you know, before we do anything weird. But yeah, that's the beauty of it. So yeah, a great opportunity for anyone who's into Walking Dead to just jump in and kill some walkers.
Now you said it's mission based. How does is there a storyline that progresses?
Yes.
There is. Okay.
There is. Okay. Because one of the things that are so good with the Walking Dead universe is the story and the storyline of the group.
Absolutely.
The storyline of the group that you're following and what happens with that group.
I agree,
so
it's very
there is a
important.
storyline that we are following, and without spoiling too much, some of it can be experienced here at E3 as you play the mission that is available here.
Okay.
And obviously the rest will be available as we come closer to launch and when people get to play it themselves.
Well, there you have it. Overkill's The Walking Dead gameplay demo. Now, it's a bit of a tough one, this. Maybe we should have expected a bit less, but I am not quite there when it comes to the graphics of this game. I think, I'm not saying that it has to be like Horizon Zero Dawn level or Uncharted 4 level. I'm not saying that whatsoever. However, it looks unpolished. It just looks unpolished. It looks a bit colorless, and of course it goes for a dark theme, and I get that, but I don't mean that in dark colors. It's a bit dim and a bit boring looking. Very linear looking levels as well. It's like all sorts of corners and all this, everything is straight. It's very linear. It's basic, I would say. Now, obviously, there's still work to be done. Maybe that's just one of the levels that just stands out. So I hold my hands up and be like, hey, I don't know yet, but I'm not convinced on this game. I'm not. Like, the thing is, the trailers were really good, and people were like, hype. So maybe that brings it down a little bit. Maybe we should have expected what we have expected, but I'm not quite there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. now if that was the only problem, I'm fair, but the combat looks boring. Like, it just looks, it looks boring, in my personal opinion. It looks like it's a drag. Like, it's gonna be, maybe, it's not even gonna be fun, but it's gonna be doable for like an hour, but after that it becomes so boring. After that, it's something that's gonna be tedious. The gunplay, it didn't look fantastic either, but of course that's a little bit better because of, you know, Payday. They have worked on that a little bit, but the melee combat looks, no, it's not. I'm not sold on this game, I'm not gonna lie. Now, for those of you who know me especially, I'm a pretty positive person. I am pretty uplifted usually. I can get excited about a whole loads of games, and I have been in my life, but this is one of the first games on this channel actually where I'm being like, no, I'm not feeling it. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Of course, you can have a different one if you have, or don't. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. While you're down there, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Check out the E3 playlist. There's plenty to see of the past E3 of this year. Trust me, you don't want to miss a thing. So make sure to check that out. There's a donation option in the description. So anything, if you value what I do and you value my content, then anything will be greatly appreciated. And then I hopefully will see you in the next video, which you can click on the end screen right there. Bye bye.